CSGO Launch went on to win that qualifier and qualify and then lose to Optic, which I think I couldn't see the game, but you know, it's just E-League. Just kidding. Another good result though against Gamers 2, Hellraisers, TSM. They all won those matches. They even won against TSM in an overtime. So Dignitas is settled for a good matchup over here. They lose control of the B bomb site, however, but the bomb doesn't go down thanks to MSL, who stays at the sandbags in B short. Now Rubino comes in from behind, and that is a little bit too quick for BX3. They need to work together, but they are still separated. Skirk is just waiting for the CTs to push his teammate, who revealed his position quite a few times already. Still no frags. Now it's Skirk picking up MSL. 2v2 now. The bomb is still dropped there. Rubino with the headshot. That is making it a 2v1. Very hard for Skirk to clutch, especially if you've got two CTs lining up the same angle. So it's 1-0 in favor of Dignitas. They start this map just like they ended the previous one. And the lack of a bomb planned means BX3 has to wait a little for the weapons. If they win this round, obviously they don't need to wait anymore. Now Korn in a very crucial position, gets that frag, and Moen in the same time onto Tensky, who picked up Skirk. So it's a 4v3 in favor of the terrorists. They make it a 4v2. Kjaerbye and Rubino, the last hopes for Dignitas to avoid losing this eco, well, this anti-eco round, anti-force spy. You could call it any way you want. Rubino on the rotation to A, while Kjaerbye is checking out the B bomb site on his own. Very dangerous for him, but Rubino has the confirmation. It is going to be an A play. Kjaerbye is already rushing to his help from behind. Rubino has to hold on just a few more seconds, but goes down to Korn's UMP. That's the call for Kjaerbye. It's time to save. Kid, come home. It's dinner time. Kjaerbye goes for the playground. Having some fun on the slide. No, he's not even stopping there. He wants to get some exit frags. Wants to avoid having the terrorists with rifles, or, well, with rifles for free in the next one. Quite a reasonable choice to make to run all the way from B back towards A. Because naturally the terrorists will spread out and try to look for the weapon. They know how dangerous that M4A4 can be if it's in the right position. Kjaerbye will pick up 3 frags on the exit. Great job by him. So he was at B, he was over here. When he received the call, it's time to go back. So he went back over here, then went there, and ended up here. While the terrorists were making their way through B, checking all that out. So he avoided them perfectly. Now he's the one with the rifle, he's the one with all the hopes on his shoulders, and he gets the kill onto Ans. BX3 quickly realized that they need to slow down a little bit and get some more control, but the control is taken out of their hands by MSL. With that frag onto Skirk, he manages to get a second rifle in the lines of the CTs. BX3 reduced to 3 players that don't necessarily know where their opponents are anymore. Kjaerbye is just sneaking through the toilet area, ending up on A long, while the terrorists are checking that out. Bomb carrier that was Korn before goes down, leaving Moen and Flusher. But now they know where Kjaerbye is. That doesn't help Moen though. The young Dane will come out on top of that as well. It's Config and Kjaerbye. Once again, they are stepping it up for Dignitas. Great performance by them in the best of 3 series so far. And in 3 rounds, Kjaerbye managed to get 7 frags. And he's on the reverse James Bond. 7-0-0. Dignitas is not giving up control in this one, and they pull the upset thanks to Kjaerbye's triple kill. The terrorists want to plant the bomb. That's their desperate need to get some more money in the bank accounts. But as of yet, they have no control, no information either. And they just have to go in there without any nades. That's gonna be a hard time. The CTs are falling back into their defensive positions, not giving away anything else to BX3. The terrorists just need to go in. There is, you know, I think sometimes I am kind of anti-giving up, you know. I always want to keep going. Look at Flusher. That is what I'm talking about. Stuff like that can bring you around back. But sadly for him, he went down straight after that. So Ans is the last man standing. And while I'm against giving up, Ans is showing me why it is a 2v1 after those 2 frags. The CT still need to rotate. And that's a huge difference maker for BX3. They get additional money and they could even win this round. Ans is taking refuge behind the container, so maybe not the best position, but he needs to get the first frag as soon as possible. And there it is, headshot onto Rubino. Tensky with the refrag though, as Ans was spotting where the other CT is coming from and trying to change his position at the same time. Tensky caught him on the wrong side of the container, and Dignitas managed to win this round after all. But that's why I'm against giving up, even though I wanted to say that in that 5v3 situation, it wouldn't be a shame to give up and to say, you know what guys, just go there, try to plant, and if we die, who cares? But, you know, that's why you will never, or should never give up any situation. That's why you should always play as if it was a final. A 1v5 can be won. If your opponents make mistakes, they make it even easier. MSL makes no mistake taking out Korn in this anti-eco round for Team Dignitas. BX3 is just pushing toilets together, trying to find MSL and take him out together. CTs are trying to make it as hard as possible for the terrorists to get even close to the A-bomb site, which forces the Norwegian squad to turn around and go for B instead. Tensky is having that under control already. He picks up the double kill, shooting one terrorist through the other. And even steals the frag that Config prepared for him. Triple for Tensky, 4-1 in favor of Dignitas. As I already lined out, Dignitas is quite strong on this map, and it could be even more decisive than the first map on Mirage. I wouldn't be surprised if Dignitas just keeps going. Good flash into underpass. Kierby jumps in and removes Skirk for this round. Some bullets whizzing past Moen, so the CT's quick to get back into the cozy place, into the cozy B bomb site. And Tensky is about to spot quite a lot of terrorists. He goes for the spray through the wall, picks up Ans with that, and he's thinking about lining it up again. But that would be a little bit too late. He wants to find some more information. Did he spot the bomb there? That's the question, if it shows up on his radar. Sometimes it does. Doesn't matter for now. As Config goes down on the B bomb site, the terrorists are really... it's just like chewing gum. They start the round somewhere and they just get stuck on it. And then they run out of options because they try to rub it out of whatever fabric it gets stuck on. And while rubbing and rubbing, it gets worked into the fabric even more. And then they end up planting the bomb and almost winning a round. I don't know how that happened, but Kierby is doing his very best to keep it from happening. Dignitas with another triple kill by the youngster. 11 frags so far in just 6 rounds. A hell of a game by Kierby. He's all over the place as well. He's not only on the B bomb site over here, but he's also opening rounds up through this area, through this route. Well, yeah, look at that. As if he knows what I drew. Come on, come on. No, he's not overextending. So he has aggressive playing style. He's defensive sometimes as well. He's helping his teammates. He's pushing here and there. MSL having a good shot onto Moen. And that's the first, not the first, but the second round that Kjaerbye failed to pick up a double kill. Maybe that's the comeback call for BX3. But a 4v2 will be hard for them to clutch. They have Korn on B short, on toilets, and Skirk on A long, on A long and A short. They're just looking for any opening. Dignitas will not give them any. Look at the defensive play by the CTs. Tensky spotting. Rubino is close by. MSL could be there as well. Now Rubino... No, MSL goes down. I expected Rubino to go down. But he's kind of trapped in there. Oh, hoping for the headshot. Doesn't work out. Skirk pulls it back into 2v2. Another one goes down to him. It's Config alone. Another young Dane has to step up for his squad to win this round. The bomb is going down. Korn and Skirk, 40 seconds for them to defend this bomb. Well, we could say 35, because a 5-second defuse is still necessary for Config. The edge of the smoke is not big enough for him to go any further. So he basically has to wait. He's got the time to wait, though. That's... You could argue that's a good thing about the time update. Yes, we are playing with the new settings, by the way. For everyone that just tuned in or didn't watch yesterday's games. Korn will win the 2v4 for BX3. And I think this game is just full of unlikely wins. The second round was an unlikely win already. Now, the third round was an unlikely win too. And that it was, you know, it was flawless. And that itself was unlikely to happen in the first place. Then a 1v1 that was unlikely to go the way of Dignitas as well. And just overall, good exchange of clutch rounds and advantages positions turned on its head. BX3 eager to get the B bomb set under control. Skirk is just pushing in there. Reveals his position to the CTs. And Flusher picks up Config. Tensky's down to 22. The B bomb set is under heavy pressure. Moen will make it another frag for BX3. And the smoke is in place. Skirk could plant the bomb now. He will do that in the smoke. Kjaerbye and MSL are left alone. MSL was in heaven, but he was covered by Flusher. And Kjaerbye realizes there is nothing that he can do. Even though it's him. Not even he can do anything about it. So the Danes will lose the third round for BX3. Good play by Kjaerbye though, to hold on to his weapon. Something that is underestimated sometimes, you know. Underestimated, underrated. Terrorists win. When you're on the CP side and you... What? What happened there? Okay. That was weird. Skirk just teleporting himself up to the stairs. He kind of went into Afterburner. No, but Kjaerbye saves that M4A4 and he already showed us what he's capable of achieving when he's the only one with a gun. He's changing up his playing style again. Going for B-bomb side now. And he's rushing in there. Now he can't cross back through the flames though. His teammates are still going for it. They are trying to help him out. In case he went down, there would have been another player. They quickly position themselves outside of the B-bomb site with Config just holding there. MSL made sure that nobody pushes A in the meantime. And a huge rotation movement by the CTs will end up on the wrong side. The terrorists are still focused on B, with Skirk taking point, being the entry fragger for the terrorists at the moment. Kirby. He tries to save this gun, probably. There's not much that he can do about the outcome of the round. And if he saves that, he could get some more weaponry or equipment for his teammates by dropping it. And then buying another gun for himself. Okay, let's see if you can actually see him from here. Yeah, you could if you knew that he was there. But if you're a terrorist, you're more focused on the stairs than that. Even if you would go as far as check here, it would still be quite hard for you to spot him. Oh! Moen. Okay, okay. I stand corrected. That's the caster's curse. I think they had a rough idea where he could be. That's why they checked everything very thoroughly. And of course, I'm streaming from a tiny, tiny window. I don't have a full screen, and I'm sitting roughly 2 meters away from the screen. And I'm quite old. I'm 26 already, so my eyes aren't the best anymore. I wouldn't have spotted him, probably. I would have just ran past him. Probably being killed by him in the end. Doesn't matter for now. BX3 have a 4th round on the board, and who else but Kirby is opening this one up. It is going to be crucial for both teams. Dignitas on the brink of saving again. So this is do or die for the Danes. They could lose the grip on the game they had for quite a long time. And Skirk is just so cheeky on the B bomb side. He's opening it up again. Config with the refrag though. At least that is working out for Dignitas. So they maintain the man advantage, while BX3 has to find an opening. MSL and Kirby have quite an interesting way of positioning themselves. It is sort of a crossfire, but as soon as the terrorists run past it, MSL needs to turn around, because, you know, there is somebody running past Kirby's crosshair. If he doesn't get the frag, it can be quite hard for the CTs to maintain a position. And Flusher will pick up Kirby. There is MSL. Surprise! There's another guy over in the same position. Now he goes down to Moen, leaving Rubino and Config up to the challenge of winning that 2v2 against Wounded Terrorists. Flusher has that angle covered. Rubino with the refrag, though, making it a 1v1 again. Moen has a flash grenade that could change the round if he decides to use it. But obviously he doesn't really want to be caught with a nade in his hands. He is playing the headshot angle. Rubino messing up that spray. That's the time for Moen to get away, and the bomb is ticking faster. Rubino doesn't have a defuse kit, and that's making it so much harder, but he still gets the frag. And now he's on the bomb. He's sticking it, obviously. It will be enough time for him to make it. Dignitas survive that scary situation and make it 6-4. That was quite close call. BX3 showing that even though they were stomped in the first map 16-4, they still have some fight in them. And this time around, it's not only Flusher on the scoreboard, it's everyone doing his job. The terrorists are changing, the CTs are changing their approach a little bit, while the terrorists go for B. MSL and Kirby are covering A long. It's just dissecting what your opponent did and what he didn't do yet. Dignitas realized, okay, they didn't play A long yet, maybe they want to do that sometime soon, but it's a wrong guess to make. Flusher with a frag onto Toxic. Moen racks up another one, and Flusher just showing his aim on Rubino, putting him straight to rest, leaving Kirby and MSL just going for some exit frags. Oh, MSL, like a Quake player, not paying any respect, going in with the railgun in the in-fight. He's still around. Oh, he picks up another one. MSL, what is wrong with you, man? Oh, he's even going for the bomb, but that's a little bit too much. Getting ahead of himself. But what a great double kill with the AWP in B short. BX3 will still pick up the round, and losing that AWP, you could say, oh, why didn't he save it? Well, it wouldn't have had that big of an impact anyway. If he had saved the AWP, he would have probably, well, either you double save it for the next rifle round, or you just use it and try to make as much out of it as possible. And, well, he could have as well just went for it, you know. Why would you not go for it if you get those 2 opening kills? And BX3 is going for a long. The CTs already come into the back of them. MSL and Kiebi, they're working together as a tandem of death. Well, they are dead. At least MSL is. Rubino onto, or goes down to Korn, and it's a 5v3 already. Kiebi just tries to pull out a weapon. Not going to happen. Tensky and Config are the last man. Make that only Tensky. He's got a strong deagle, that's for sure. But it's quite hard to make it work if you're sprayed from 5 different angles. BX3 draw this game, make it 6-6, and already prove me wrong on my assertion that it could be a one-sided map, just like it was on Mirage. What brought me to that assumption is Dignitas' strong performance against strong teams like G2 or TSM. Also Titan, even though Titan won 16-13. I expected Dignitas to get rolling, and they did get rolling, and I expected them to just keep rolling, you know? What? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. What? Yeah, I'm not a singer, I know. The CTs with a full save. No money wasted. Kiebi and Rubino pick up 2 frags. And, well, that's all they could do. The terrorists will get away with it. Even though the CTs had a good idea of, you know, ambushing them at Monster. But USPs are just not strong enough, you know. And if you don't have any armor, you don't get too many chances to shoot at your opponent in the first place. Flushes, by the way, just took a brief look at the chat. Flusher is playing because Paint has to work still. There something must have come up. The same goes for Reaston, was or who is replaced by Skirk. So weapon round, that is very, very important for Dignitas. They need to make it 8-7, otherwise BX3 will be too confident a little bit. And MSL is spotting the barrel of ants already, prepared himself to spray him down. No problem for him. 5v3. Dignitas looking strong in this very important round. And Rubino goes to work onto Skirk, leaving Moen and Flusher alone. Moen is there. He picks off Rubino, and Flusher drawing away the attention a little bit, going for the counter spray, not really connecting anyone. But they are still in contestants. They still have 40 seconds. And they're working together quite well. Flusher with another frag onto MSL, who flashed and pushed their back. Flusher is doing all the work. He gets another frag onto Tensky. That was very, very sick by Flusher. Just turning onto the wall, shooting Tensky through it, making it a 2v2, and faking the rotation to A. But Moen stays around. 14 seconds on the clock. The CTs are not quite sure where to go. Config is playing with that position. Now he gets them both lined up. And Dignitas win the round after all. Wow, that was going down the wire. 5 seconds were on the clock when the terrorists decided to push from B short to the site. And they didn't know where the rest of the CTs were. They tried to at least fake an A go with that movement by Flusher. So good try by BX3, but it didn't work out in the end. Config is rushing into Monster. He gets 2 frags before being traded by Flusher. And another trade resolves in a 2v3 in favor of the CTs. Kjaerbye and Tensky are holding on to be short together. One of them is being picked off, and attack 9 by Moen doing a good job. But MSL comes in from behind again and finishes the half and the round in favor of Dignitas, making it 8-7. So after a very strong start by Dignitas, making it 5-1 after that small slip, they then lost control, allowed BX3 to come back, make it 6-6, and then won the last few rounds. They are on the terrorist side right now, and Korn is pulling off a great headshot. Skur covers him majorly through the small gap. 5v3. Skirk is down to 5 HP. Korn still fighting in the stair area. Picking off Tensky over there. And Ruben and Kjaerbye managed to plant the bomb. Kjaerbye received 99 damage, but he's still kicking and screaming. Picking up the headshot onto Skirk. It's a 2v2 now. The terrorists still cover each other very, very nicely. Kjaerbye with another frag. It's 6 and 1 HP against 7. Couldn't be more equal as Korn picks up the frag onto Kjaerbye. Rubino turns around and has him covered. Dignitas win the pistol in a 2v5. That shouldn't have happened. But what a great play by Rubino and Kjaerbye, showing what they are made of to the Norwegian squad of BX3. 20 kills on Kjaerbye now. The CTs know that they still have a fighting chance. And they try to invest as much as possible to get their chances of winning this one as high as possible too. Moen already did a good job. He picked up a frag and a weapon. Now he can call out for his teammates that it's going to be a B go. Sadly for him, Kjaerbye is ready for him with the AK and puts a bullet to the cranium of Tensky. Now it's a 2v1. Another round goes down the wire and Flusher picks up the last frag. A double kill for him to make it go BX3's way and keep them in the game. What a huge exchange between the two teams. You could really see a third map, and I'm not lying, I would definitely enjoy that. My god. Third map would be Cash, by the way. Dignitas is up 1-0 in maps. And BX3 is not letting this one be as messy as the previous rounds. The bomb has been planted, however, and Tensky is in B short. Now, should be quite easy, yeah. Use your economy, use your equipment, smoke and molotov him up, and then 2 players cover while 1 defuses.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Dignitas with another save in front of them. And now it's Flush on top of BX3 again, but he's quite close to Korn and Moen with 15 and 13. Not that big of a difference between them. The terrorist will pick up 1 frag at least, and Config is unleashing his inner spirit as well. Gets another frag with that rifle, at least makes it a little more expensive. Flusher with a triple kill, one of them with the deagle already. Tensky poking into the A bomb site. He's separated from the bomb, however, and the CTs should know that they have spotted him and they know that he doesn't have the bomb, so it must be on the loose. Moen definitely had eyes on the bomb before he went into that position. I think Flusher was the one to drop the bomb carrier in the stairs. 50 seconds to waste for Tensky. Looking for a different angle to surprise the CTs with. He knows that Flush is very low, a one click frag. And he's wandering around, trying to find somebody. Now he exposed his position with that step. CTs should have heard him go back to A. Obviously the CTs don't know if he will stick to that plan, so they still have their two players over there with Korn covering A. Tensky is coming back, so the call was right. Flusher just drawing the fire away from Moen, who picks up the frag. Great play by BX3 to adjust their positions and to be patient enough to stay in them as well. 10-9 now, round lead for the Norwegians. The first time in this game, not the first time, the second time in this game. There is Moen with the AWP, opening up this round. Confident Ruben hands it back, but nobody accounted for Flusher, who just snuck out of a long. Got himself the frag, and now he's trying to get into safety again. Good flash and nade combination to shut down Kierby, making it a 3v2. Man advantage will help BX3 relax a little bit, but it should be turned away by Tensky. No, not exactly. If you mess up that early spray, it's getting harder and harder to control the spray. Obviously, the longer you keep spraying, even though the RNG is taken out again, it's still harder to control it at the end compared to the start. And Flusher will close it out. 11-9 now. Flusher on 25 frags. On Kierby, 14 on Rubino, 12, 13 and 11 on the rest. Rubino and company with the force buy. He is tracking down Skirk, but he still managed to pick up a double kill. Speaking of Skirk, obviously, a 2v4 evolves with Tensky alone. Once again, he's alone. This time around, they're at 21 minute 23 seconds. And he's going down way quicker than before. BX3 with a 12-9. Would have expected BX3 to be in the lead with 3 rounds. Dignitas is losing a lot of momentum at the moment, and they really need to grind their minds to find out what is going wrong and what they can't do that BX3 did on their terrorist side. And I think a huge factor of BX3's successful terrorist side was Skirk, who snuck into the bomb side round after round. Ruben is not able to take down Flusher, even though he took him down to 8 HP. That's not enough for the frag. BX3 on the rotation to the B bomb side. They now know that there is a low player over there somewhere. They try to find him. There it goes. 4v4 is being restored with Tensky's nade. Dignitas has a lot of time still. They can go back and forth a few more times before they have to focus on a site. For now, they are just focused to maintain control of the positions they already captured. Tensky is holding onto the stairs to avoid his teammates being backstabbed, while the rest of the squad is making that A go happen. Enz is still over at the wrong bomb site. Tensky just pre-firing. Now the CTs know what's going to happen. Kierby with that set angle onto Skirk, not leaving any questions who's going to win that exchange. A 4v3. BX3 needs somebody to step up massively if they really want to contest this round. But it seems like they are shying away from it. They are, in fact, going for the save already. A quick call, no contestants, no real exit fragging either. BX3's money is looking okay. They could have gone for at least some exit frags. But I'm a fan of playing it more or less conservatively. So I kind of like that call to go back and save everything, because those 3 guns, They are not for free. You have to purchase them later on if you lose them now.
Terrorists win.
And if you don't lose them now, you can use them in the next one. You make your buy round in the next round way cheaper, and you can stretch out the rounds that you can do some damage. Flusher with the AWP now, picking up a lot of confidence. Moen with the AWP on the B bomb side. Dignitas has kind of put their teeth in the B bomb side and they want to stick with it for now. Kjaerbye is opening it up. He's just racing through the side, picking up another frag. 3v5 now. Skirk, Flush, and Ants on the rotation. Two of them are already there, but it's a little bit too late. The bomb has been planted. Smoke is everywhere. Ants with a cheeky frag onto Tensky. He could be that thing that changes the round, you know, that magical frag that somehow brings everything back to you. Rubinov with another frag onto Ends now. It's Flusher trading it back. And Skirk with a 2v2 equalizer. Kjaerbye down to 2 HP. Picked off by Flusher. Another no-scope is missing. MSL by just an inch. They need to watch out. MSL lines them up. They are on the defuse, but he gets a double kill. The bomb will explode and they line up perfectly for him. BX3 will lose this round, even though Flusher picked up quite a few frags in there. And Ends had a very good performance too. And that retake was way more successful than I expected it to be. And I think Dignitas was caught on the wrong foot too. The Danes now back in control. They are closing the gap. Maybe they can make it 12 to 12, depending on how cheeky BX3 can be over here. There's Skirk and Flusher with the Deagles on a long, so the right choice of weaponry. Ends is alone outside of the B-bomb site. He's just spotting there with the P250. He's picking up the frag against 3 terrorists. Why did they shy away from that? They could have just pushed through, you know. There are 2 more people that are blocked by the guy that got killed in a 1v1 against the P250, even though he had an AK. Just saying, no offense, MSL. You know, I'll not love you, but you know, no homo. I like you. So, sometimes it just happens, you know. Sometimes your brain just shuts down. You have a target to shoot. You focus on shooting, and you don't think of what could happen because you stopped moving. So yeah, MSL blocked his 2 teammates that could have saved his life. Now they need to save each other's lives in a different way. They plant the bomb, they mop up their last frags, and Skirk and Flusher are left alone. They were the guys on A long, if you remember the start of the round, and they are not on A long anymore. Both of them pick up a 1D headshot, and the retake is on. 40 seconds bomb will make it possible for them, but Kjaerbye almost picks up that 90-degree headshot on the Skirk as well. Will finish him off in the end in a 1v1 and picking up 4 kills in the anti-eco that almost went away from Dignitas. Kjaerbye is on point today. 28 kills. Just two frags away from Flusher. So for everyone in the chat that says, oh, screw Flusher, you could say screw Kjaerbye too. No, Flusher is a stand-in for Paint and Skirk is a stand-in for Reaston. Or the other way round, you can put it like you want it. We have 2 stand-ins for BX3. A team that relies on team play a lot. And I think that stand-ins definitely hurt their team play a little bit. 5v4 now, thanks to MSL who opened up the round on toilets. Team Dignitas is going away from the B bomb site. They almost failed a few times there, so they want to take it to A. And that is how you take it to A. MSL with a straight headshot onto Moen. Got traded, and another trade, and Dignitas suddenly is winning this round thanks to Tensky and Kjaerbye. One covering the back, and one preceding the push. 13 to 12 in favor of the Danes. They are up 1-0 in maps in the best of 3 series. They crushed BX3 on Mirage, 16 to 4. BX3 BX3 with the desperation push into the fountain. Everyone is there. Everyone tries to get a piece. They get 2 pieces of the terrorists, so at least some weaponry collected for them. Sadly for the CTs, they don't have any armor and not too much HP to back it up with. Flusher is the guy with the armor and the deagle, so he could try to find a few frags. Oh, hands with a nade onto MSL. A 3v2 once again. This is possible still for BX3. They are pushing in together. Ends with the AK, trying to support his teammates from below and from behind. But Tensky and Rubino will not leave any questions unanswered. Great crossfire, great coverage. Dignitas with a 14-12. So, this is going down the wire if Dignitas don't win this round. BX3 with 2 orbs now. Ends and Flusher. And Rubino with the headshot onto Moen. That was a very important frag. Moen was about to take control of the outside of B. It could have meant a lot of information for the CTs. Flusher and Ends with the frags. They keep the CTs in the running for this round. The bomb is ticking away though, and they really need to step up. Flusher is separated from his teammate. He can't help him, and his teammate can't help him either. But oh, Ends missing so many shots on the kneeling MSL. That is the map point and the match point for Dignitas. 15-12. They have been down 9-12. And they still hang on to this game, and they turned it upside down again. At least BX3 still has some weapons. They have 2 Famuses for Ends and Korn, and a scout for Flusher. Oh, he misses that shot, and now he can't go for the re-peek. The Famuses are on B and A. And the more interesting player is Skirk now. He gets the double kill. Gets drawn up by Kirby though, but he did the damage. And now he can, or his teammates can work with that. Moen working on top of the spot that Flusher already got. You know, spotted somebody at Monster. Please take a look if there is any more coming. And now they know that there is not more coming. So 3 CTs focus on A. Skirk has spotted the bomb over there too, so BX3 is trying to work with that information they gathered. They are pushing the terrorists, even though the terrorists are on the rotation. Flusher with a headshot onto Kirby, ringing that off. Tensky in a 1v4. He makes it a 1v2, and he still has 44 seconds on the clock. Seems like we not only have 10 more seconds on the clock, but they are ticking down a little slower. Flusher will close it out with a second frag. And yeah, Tensky was just stomping to B. And as soon as he exposed himself, the CTs were prepared already with 2 players from Heaven and from Main. BX3 on the brink of defeat. They pull themselves together and they stick together. They get another round and avoid having to exit the tournament. $200,000 at stake in this tournament, brought to you by Azubu and Game Show. And now we will see a B attack brought to you by Dignitas. What that gets stomped by Moen with a double kill, trading his teammate Korn. Tensky and MSL are left alone inside the site. Flusher with an easy frag onto Tensky, and Ends has some trouble still. A little shaky here and there, but BX3 win the round nonetheless. Make it 15-14. Can they draw it? Can they make it go to overtime? That would be really, really sick to have an overtime in my 2nd day of broadcasting in the new year. That's yeah, that's not really a dream come true, but that's a dream scenario. Dignitas with the Tech 9s, they are dreaming of winning this matchup. Maybe they can do so with a cheeky A push. They already spot the first CT. Skirk goes down to MSL's Tech-9 headshot. CTs need to rotate and help each other. But at the same time, they don't necessarily know if it's a full A go. So they don't rotate. They just supported each other with a flash over that wall here. Ans and Moen focused on B. Corners in between the sites, and Flusher is the only one really focused on the A-bomb site. Now he will call in for some rotation. He had a scout and an AK at his disposal. Now he's switching back to the rifle, of course. Oh, headshot onto Tensky. Great job by Flusher. He's got support already. Corners very quick, and quick on the trigger. He is too. MSL goes down 4v3. The bomb is ticking, but BX3 has a lot of time. And they know they don't want to miss this opportunity. They want to take it to overtime. Config just shooting through the smoke, putting a bullet to the cranium of Korn and making it a 3v3 again. Perfect positions for the terrorists. The CTs need to break that crossfire, and one of their kills could be Moen's head AK kill onto Config. Ruben and Kirby with the Deagle and the Tech-9. Kirby is the only one standing. The bomb is being defused already, and he couldn't pick it up. BX3 will draw the game at 15 each. And make us see the first overtime in the new year that I cast. And I'm definitely happy about that. I'm not a huge fan of BX3, but I like them. You know, I like the new and upcoming teams that stick together and give themselves some kind of image, you know, a kind of personality as well. If you keep changing players, you kind of lose that fan base that somehow follows you. And you also lose some of your face. I mean, your players are the face of your organization. And if you remove somebody like, let's say, you would remove Forrest from Fnatic. From NAP. Reading Fnatic at the same time. Or if you would remove JW from Fnatic or something like that. Or Olaf Meister. It kind of makes your franchise, your organization look less appealing to fans, because I think, well, why would I be loyal to an organization that's not loyal to their players? That's why teams that stick together longer have the bigger and the stronger fan base. Speaking of Virtus Pro, for example, I mean, they've been sticking together for ages, and yeah, that's the point that I wanted to get to for 5 minutes or something. So I hope that you enjoyed this matchup so far. 15-15, it couldn't get closer than that. We will head into the overtime in just a few moments. The players are obviously taking a small break. They want to relieve themselves of some pressure down below, probably. And then head into the next, not the next, but, you know, head into this overtime fully refreshed and fully restored. You can follow me on Twitter, by the way. You can find the link in the chat. And if you don't use the chat, you can find it underneath the Game Show Global Esports Cup logo. So, yeah. Main performer, obviously KRB. Not only on the fragging account, but on the impact of his frags. He was the reason that Dignitas won the third round, because he saved the gun on the second round, and after that he got a triple kill with the rifle he saved. So 30 frags for Kievi, big impact. I think Config had quite an impact too, with a 17 only, but on the other side we have Flusher obviously on 38 kills in 30 rounds. You can do the math yourself. That's more than one frag a round, and usually you would get 0.7 frags a round. That's because usually 7 people get killed in a round. Perfect example is this one. We have 1, 2, plus 5. We have 7 people being killed in the round. So you've got 10 players on the server, and you've got 7 kills, which resolves, or which equals 0.7 frags per player per round average in CSGO. At least that's the number that I've been told. Oh, it's quite long ago already. Maybe that number has increased, I don't know. But it's around 0.7. So as soon as a player is above 0.7 frags per round, he's performing not beyond expectations, but better than everyone else. And Flusher is one of them. He's opening up the overtime with the first frag. Welcome back, everybody, to the game show Global Esports Cup. My name is Dabu. I'm your host for today, and we are watching the elimination matchup between Dignitas and BX3. Dignitas is already up 1-0 in maps. They won Mirage, the map pick of the Norwegian squad, 16-4. But they had their own problems on their own map pick. As you can see, we are in an overtime. The Danes are taking their time on that push. They know they have to restore the 3v3. Not restore, but you know, they want to level it back up on the player count. And that's why they tried to apply different angles. Didn't really work out the way they wanted to. Now they are in a 2v4 thanks to Rubino's refrag. But that's just, you know, the terrorists just desperately trying to find something that they can work with. Now Rubino is... Oh, he's not burning anymore! Even though he goes down, he wasn't burning. He was taking refuge behind the sandbags. Quite funny that he avoided that. Insomnia 7, big shout out to you. Just took a brief look at the chat. My opinion about Flusher standing in is I was surprised. Let's put it like that. You can make your own assumptions of how I said what I said. It's you know, you need a stand-in. You want to get anyone that is helping out, and sometimes you don't have too many choices either. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know, maybe they ask everyone and nobody said yes. You never know. Dignitas is down 16-15 now, thanks to BX3's sturdy defense in the previous round. And the Danes are losing the first man again. They really have to do something about that. And maybe this B attack is what they want to do about it. Config is there, cleaning out Toxic. Nobody's helping Korn out over there. Dignitas planting the bomb. Now all the nades, you can see it. Hauled at B main. And Config with another headshot onto Mo and just fighting his way from the bomb plant. Away from it. Leaving Flusher alone. And he's got no more equipment. Just wants to save that orb. But it doesn't really do it. So there is some money going down the drain. And wait, we are back at MR3 with 16k, by the way. If you wonder how Rubino gets to 10k by winning and losing one round, that's because we started at 16k in an MR3 over time. Paulie, sadly, I can't do that. There is just, it's, you know, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I would try to, but I'm not allowed, so to speak. The chat is not too interesting either. Tensky is making something interesting happen for Dignitas. I demand Dignitas to get first frags, and Tensky complies and does what I demand. 4v4 though. Now Tensky with a second, but he's traded again, and the terrorists just running through to the B bomb site, removing Korn, who was all alone. Now Flusher's time has come to step up again. Double kill for him. Kiebai down to 10 HP. All the hopes lie on his shoulders. Is it too much pressure or not? That's the question. He is running to A for now, but the bomb is still at B. And he wants to get into the back of the CTs. What an insane attempt that would be, or that is already. And somehow the CTs don't know that bomb is still at B. They made the rotation to A, and they are digging themselves into the stairs with 30 seconds on the clock. Kiebi had the right idea, but it's getting very, very hard for him to get this round done. There it is. Flusher with a quad kill, making it 17 to 16 and getting 44 frags now. Wow. So Dignitas on the brink of losing their own map pick. They have MSL on the orb, trying to counter the terrorists, the terrorist opening playing style, so to speak. But Flasher has other plans, going in for the double kill. Now the CTs are reeling already. BX3 is about to get to map point. You have to keep that into the back of your head. The Norwegians could get themselves the 18 to 16 if they win this 5v3. And you can see how cautiously they proceed, with Ans taking that position and letting Rubino walk into his crosshair, making it a 2v5. Tensky and Config are the last man alive for Dignitas. It's not over after this round, but it could be over after the next one. Tensky and Config play a huge role in this if they get this round back. Obviously, Dignitas would be back in control and back with the momentum. Config with the first frag in his after plan. No reason for him to save. He's got enough money in the bank account anyway, but he's being pushed by everyone. Look at the terrorists just surrounding him already, coming in from the stairs as well as from here. Almost impossible for him to clutch this. 18 to 16. BX3 have 2 map points to draw it to the third map, which would be Cash. And a series that I thought would be one of the quicker ones proves to be longer than I expected. BX3 focused on B, but Rubino gets the first frag onto Corn. The CTs are going for some more information on A long. This is going to be a crucial exchange. Hands with patient aim onto Kiebi, not going for the spray, but just tapping away, picking him off, making it a 4v4 again. Dignitas is not able to get full control of the map, and they really need to hold on to that B bomb site now. Trey moves past and Ends throws out his smoke. Good counter flash by the CTs. Not rewarding them with a frag though. Skirk with a kill. Rubino rings that one off. And Flusher makes it go back to a 3v2. Rubino and MSL both equipped with orbs. Not necessarily the weapon that I would choose, but MSL is definitely feeling confident with that one. Picks off Flusher, goes for the second, picks him up as well. 2v1 now, Skirk for the game for BX3. Or can Dignitas hold on a little longer? Maybe win this game after all. Skirk is crammed into the corner. The CTs look for the frag. He doesn't get the spray, and Rubino puts a bullet to him. 17 to 18. Dignitas hang on to this game. Just one more round, at least one more round longer. BX3 has all the money they want to have, obviously, but that was a stinging blow by Dignitas. They didn't let loose. You know, when you are in an advantageous position and then your opponent levels it back up, it could make you go back to a state of negativity, of, why did we give that 5v3 away? Why did we let it get back to a 3v3? And then it's kind of boggling your mind. You're not focused anymore, and then you lose rounds. But Dignitas were on point. Rubino and MSL with the 2 orbs on the retake. Great stuff by them. BX3 need to overcome one more obstacle. They have one more chance to win this map and draw it to Cash. They use the same setup again, but this time they are holding back a little more defensively, letting Ends go for some more information. And he doesn't spot anyone, at least not yet. There is a CT close to him, in toilets, and he can hear him drop. And There it is. Ans needs to be on point. He heard the zoom by MSL, but the Dane still wins the exchange. Config now with the M4A1. He's holding down Monster, spots the bomb, calls in for the full rotation by his teammates. And the terrorists have to breach this site, just like in Rainboy. That's the new thing. Skirk goes in with one more frag, but that's not going to be enough. Korn is alone. And even though Kiebi gets killed by Rubino with that orb, Rubino picks up the frag in the end, making it 18-18. Another overtime between the two teams. It stays thrilling, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. 31 frags for Kiebi, so he is fading away a little bit. The pressure seems to be too much, but his teammates are stepping up, and that's the most important part. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and BX3 have 47 frags on Flusher. What was the most frags that anyone got in one map, by the way? I think it was 63 or something, wasn't it? I think it was a German player that managed to get that. Please help me out there, chat. I'm trying to do that. I can't look it up, obviously, because I'm busy. Kinda busy doing stuff here. The terrorists are very, very defensive now. Dignitas is still on the CT side, and BX3 tries to use the information they gathered in the first overtime, in the first 3 rounds of the overtime, and try to abuse that. Dignitas with a very B-heavy lineup. No real information for them as of yet, and the terrorists will make their way into the A-bomb site. MSL is still there, and he's really stepping it up. Look at MSL go! Double kill for him before he gets shut down by Korn. But in the meantime, a terrorist dropped from the server, and we have that is a really unfortunate situation now for BX3. Ants dropping from the server in the most unfortunate moment in time. Now it's a 2v4. It would have been a 3v4, and a 3v4 is definitely way easier than a 2v4. Obviously, Dignitas have no problems winning this round, and we should get a pause here. Yeah, let's hope that Ants is back very, very quickly so we can get this underway again. Okay, so yeah, something around 70 it was. Esioni, thanks for at least trying to talk to me. 47. Yeah, that's a huge amount of frags. It's not seen too many times. But Flushes, you know, he's a little above the rest of BX3. That's more than obvious. It was obvious before that. But that he can out-frag Dignitas as much as he did so far shows a lot, you know, considering the individual skill. That Flush is really on top of the tier 2 teams as well. It's quite interesting to see, in fact, that, you know, sometimes you can argue, oh, Team X won against Team Z because of this and that reason. And most often you come down to good calls, better communication, better team play and stuff like that. And then you say better individual skill. But how big that gap between the individuals' skill levels is really apparent now that we see 47 frags on Flusher against a team like Dignitas. That's by no means bad. I mean, Dignitas, yeah, I like the bunch. I like the guys. Even though I would have loved to see Pimp stay in the lineup, but just astonishing to see Flusher perform as well as he does. Kernego, thanks for the feedback. Obviously, there is some financial reason to that. we stream on Azubu because the tournament is sponsored by Azubu. Most or a lot of tournaments are hosted or sponsored by the platform they are hosted on. For example, the World Cup was sponsored by Hitbox, while the 99 Damage Arena is sponsored by Dailymotion. And then we have other tournaments like, I think PGL was sponsored by Twitch as well. So, you know, the streaming platforms obviously want to fight for some content. They want to get some content, some interesting content. And so they decide to partner up with some organizations and say, well, you organized a tournament once. We like the format of the tournament. What would you think if we gave you X amount of money and you organize a tournament on our streaming platform? So they can show you guys how good their platform is or how well they improved. I think for me as a streamer, it doesn't make a difference on which site I stream, except for Twitch chat, which is quite funny. But other than that, it doesn't make a difference for me. I stream anywhere. Oh, I thought that was a frag by Tensky through the wall, but it was actually the Flames getting it. And we are underway with a second overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Dignitas and BX3 in the second map. Dignitas is up 1-0. I thank you guys out there for tuning in. You've been a great audience so far, and we've got more action coming up later on. So make sure to stick around, and if you really like it, you can follow me on Twitter or follow Game Show. What is that? MSL. He had that angle lined up, but then another one stepped into his line of sight, and he just quickly twitched his mouse and shot him in the head. MSL is surprising me with that AWP. He seems to have put in some more work to that gun. Now Flusher is still alive, and he's a force of his own. Rubino goes down to the Tech 9 after he was tagged by the big scope. And 35 seconds mean a lot of time for Flusher to waste and to let the CTs make a mistake. And that's the thing, you know, when you're in a 1vx situation, let your opponent make a mistake before you make a move. Just be patient. And Flusher is seemingly running out of patience. 18 seconds on the clock. And running into the blazing gun of Tensky. 20-18 for Team Dignitas. They make it very, very quick in this half. Already getting the first 2 rounds without too much resistance by BX3. Dignitas with the 2 AWPs paid off before and paid off again and again. So why not do it again? Config and MSL combine themselves with the first frags, and Config will pick up the triple kill, making it a quad, only intercepted by MSL. Otherwise it would have been an ace. So we have a good half by Dignitas. Like a cat again. I compare them to cats quite a lot in this matchup. They were struggling. I can show you over here. I can show you the outcome of the previous rounds with economy as well, so you can see which one was a save round and which one wasn't. So they were up and down and up and down, and now we've got a knife on a teammate. Kiebi down to 70 already. That makes it quite easy for the CTs to kill him, considering that he's down by killed by an AWP. Didn't make sense after all, but well, BX3 with the first frag on the CT side. They know it's CT sided. They know they have to pick up 3 rounds in a row, and there is no more room for error for the Norwegian squad, helped out by Skirk and Flusher. We're standing in for Reaston and Paint. Now let's see what's going on over here with Skirk going the wrong way. If he had turned around, he could have spotted the terrorists on the way. But he's going for the full backstab, while Flusher is going for the full control on the A bomb site. He's shutting them down over there, but the terrorists make their way into the B bomb site. Now Rubino with a very important frag to open it up. It is a 3v3 again, and the CTs with that Skirk backstab. They have everything under control again. Skirk with a second frag, and he's now shut down by Tensky. who in turn gets killed by Flusher, who picked up another triple kill for BX3. 19 to 21. 2 more rounds to go for BX3 to force a third overtime onto Dignitas. 53 frags for Flusher. Flusher on a long again, and Skirk in the stairs, hanging out over there, shutting down MSL. Gets traded by Tensky. That was a huge exchange. Could have been the round for the CTs, to be honest. A 5v3 would have been so much easier for them. Now it's a 4v4 still, and the terrorists have that plus 10 seconds, you know. The 1 minute 45, yeah, plus 10 due to the new timing rules by Valve. And that means 10 more seconds. Whenever I look at the clock now that it has been changed, I can't help but imagine, oh, now we would have been at 50 seconds and stuff like that. And sometimes, you know, the rounds would have been different if we didn't have the 10-second division. Yeah, with a very important trade on the B-bomb side. But Korn is still around, and he's calling in for his teammates to help him out. A lot of nades come his way. Ans is there, almost gets caught with a nade in his hands, but somehow he dodges all those bullets. 67 HP still remain for him, and Korn will pick up a triple kill to close it out. BX3 survive another scare. 21 to 20. Dignitas have one more round to take it home and win this best of 3 series in 2 maps. And we have another game coming up at 9 o'clock, so you can stay around for some more CSGO action after this best of 3 series. You can also follow me and Game Show on Twitter. You can find all the links all over the place in the in-game overlay. Would be appreciated a lot, obviously. BX3 with a heavy B defense, but Dignitas is not putting up the brakes. They are just rushing into the A-bomb site. MSL is the one to take point. He's running into some trouble, but gets double kill. What a great performance by MSL, making it a 4v3. And it's down to 88 HP as well. Korn goes down to Tensky. It's a 2v4. This looks hopeless for BX3. They need an epic comeback into this round to force the third overtime. And that was one of those shots. Moen with a guess that MSL could hang around over there. 2v3. Still, those 5 more seconds on the bomb help out BX3 now. Good frag by Ants. 2v2 now. And another trade by Config. And Config will close it out. Dignitas win the game 22 to 20.